Dear students, welcome to our series of lecture on COVID-19 and its impact on students. COVID-19 may be bad for the economy, but if we analyze it well, it offers a lot of new opportunities, new innovations, new thinking, and a new future. What are these? And in which areas are they going to benefit us? We offer you a brief analysis of benefit that it offers to India. We requested one of the best known strategic thinkers, Sri K. Siddhartha sir, to record a video to highlight the benefits.
We are all amidst a major gloom, passing through a major gloom, because we are living in the corona age. Indeed, corona was known, it existed before as well, but it's the novel corona that is causing a real problem for the mankind. Now, as a preventive measure, we had a lockdown. The lockdown is likely to be extended in a phased-wise manner and is variously interpreted as spelling a doomsday for country's economy. Indeed, from an economic standpoint, it will go on to have an impact. All of this impact depends on how we interpret and see this lockdown as. Now, we understand that when the mind is weak, every situation is a problem. When the mind is balanced, every situation is a challenge. And when the mind is strong, every problem is an opportunity. India has to see this as an opportunity of a lifetime. The global pandemic has a likely effect on making India a $10 trillion economy and catapult India to a major economic power other than transforming a major socio-economic change in the country as well. It will happen only if we don't going to get blinded by the hype of pessimism surrounding that, and we can see how this problem offers an opportunity of a lifetime. Understand this. This is not only a problem. It's an exceptional, extraordinary, unique, phenomenal, rare, remarkable, singular, special, unprecedented, unusual, abnormal, unimaginable, and an unthinkable situation. You will not go on to find that this type of a problem had existed when a complete country had a lockdown. Ask your grandfather, great-grandfather, and their grandfather as well. No one has seen this. The impact of it is going to be very, very discernible. The individual impact is going to be very marked. One of the major impact is going to be on the way we think and interpret development. The pandemic is already defining the concept of well-being, and it's not going to be only economic. Well-being does not only go on to be economic. It's not only material, but there are other forms of well-being which the people have started seeing it from. The second major impact is going to be on the fallout of a self-isolation of the people, depending on whether the person concerned has been in isolation, in alone, or it has been in solitude. If they are going to be in solitude, then of course they will go on to come out with flying colors, being completely spiritual in nature. It will go on to depend on the capability for introspection, and that will go on to improve. This capability, once it is going to be in a solitude, will go on to improve tremendously. People will, after a long time, will be able to reset the physical and the mental system, having got some amount of time for themselves. And being together with the family is likely to increase the understanding and bonding with the people with each other. Such type of a long layout, without having been prejudiced towards anyone, will give them enough time of a rest to increase their productivity and see how is it that they can go to increase their productivity, and how is it that they can start seeing the things in a much more objective manner. Moreover, more people are going back to roots, to local wisdom, and back to rest as a means of regrouping rather than vacations outside the country. Now, most of these people who used to be running from pillar to post, they never used to be having any type of a rest at all. For the ecology, it is going to be again a very remarkable change. The management of COVID-19 and its concomitant lockdown has a major cleaning up of the environment. Just see its impact. People from Jalandhar have started seeing Dholadhar ranges. Just see its impact. In Venice, dolphins have made their mark. Just see its impact in South India. The two tributaries of Kaveri have started merging with themselves, which has not happened for a long period of a time. Just see its impact. The animals and birds have started regaining their space that has been occupied by the people. There has been rare experience of peace and tranquility, letting the people realize how exactly does it feel when they have which they have actually missed all their life. The air is cleaner to an extent that even snow-clad mountains are visible in clear atmospheric circulation. The stars are visible at night. The birds have occupied their space snatched by the humans and they are re-establishing their habitat once again. The health of the people is showing signs of a cure even without medicines as well. And aesthetics and its concomitant effect on the mood has shown signs of being restructured as well. Now, this impact goes far beyond only economic impact. Economic impact is tangible. These things are tangible, can't be measured, and can't be calculated in terms of sheer money alone. On culture and behavior, this impact has been a greater realization of increased significance of happiness and the quality of life. A good number of people have now started realizing that quality of life has little to do with the amount of money that they go on to earn and the breakneck pace of the life that they go on to set for themselves. A new evolution has been in terms of the evolution of the savings economy rather than a debt economy, because from now on people will start accumulating a good amount of their wealth and that is not going to be for the purpose of investing it in some of these type of luxuries. More and more people are able to understand the significance of human values and the enhancement of the values as wealth in this period of recess. Values are wealth, and the human beings as a valuable entity as well. There has been a decrease in accidents and its related deaths more than compensates the death that may be caused by this virus. You will imagine that every month lakhs of people used to die because of accidents. Now no one is moving. No accidents taking place at all. Entertainment will move out of cinema houses and it has gone to become much more broad-based, and that has now occupied the drawing room of the people. There has been an increase and there will be an increase in the personal ownership of the vehicles. It's largely because more and more people will not go on to take a taxi, Ola or Uber because they are not sure of the fact whether the taxi has been contaminated, whether the person concerned has also been contaminated or not. There will be a traffic reduction to having experience how is it that work from home can be done. There will be an increased realization that happiness and brand need not be dependent on money at all. Healthcare will become more ameliorative. That means it will be more preventive rather than curative. That is the Indian system of medicine, the Indian system of lifestyle, and a good amount of things that have been taught in Hinduism and a good amount of things that have been taught for the last 6,000 years by the oldest civilization on this planet, that is Hinduism, will start making it smart. Because Hinduism came first, most of them came much later on. Islam, for that matter, came at least 6,000 years later than that of Hinduism. Food habits are in for some major changes too now, with the realization that a small amount also does not go on to kill people, and that can also be enjoyable. Some impacts are going to be on the logistics and the functionings as well. For example, accidents and concomitant loss of life will be reduced dramatically. Some amount of impact and a major impact is going to be on nationalistic feeling. A new brand of nationalism shows signs of emergence, and there will be a separate evolution of a Muslim nationalism too, with the marginalization of the radical jihadi group and greater incorporation of the Indian Muslims in the mainstream of Indian thinking. However, the most important and most talked about aspect has been the impact on economy, because it is only economy that is generally going to be talked about. The concept of well-being will change gradually from here onwards, and there will be a shift from economic well-being to emotional and social well-being. People have started realizing that the measurement of a growth and development, not growth, development, is not going to be only from an economic angle. It has to be from an emotional angle, from a social angle, from a happiness angle, and this realization has already started permeating in the people. There will be evolution of a new economic paradigm. And this paradigm is going to be furthered by it is going to be furthered by gig economy and decentralization of brand economic activities with focus on individual talent. Individual talent will be much more significant rather than these talents being part of a large management-based organization. And the economy will go on to become decentralized, more and more decentralized, because people will go on to work from their home, and most of these people will be able to leverage out on their productivity having worked from home. Big ticket consumption will be postponed and small ticket investment will go on to increase, and people will go on to buy small things and they will start feeling happy as well. Digital solution will spur up new growth opportunities, in this case, be it education, be it medicine, and be it anything which doesn't require such a good amount of a congregation of people, and also the transmission of this infection as well. The least cost market locations, rather than revenue-based markets models, will start ruling. People will not go on to go for those type of forms or entrepreneurship that will go on to give them maximum revenue. They will always try to leverage on the fact that which are those type of activities where the cost of establishment is not going to be very, very high. The future course of economy from here onwards will be very, very different. Healthcare will start getting a priority in the same manner as gymming got a shot with Salman Khan. First of all, he started bearing his ribs and his six-pack abs of sorts. So when he came into New Avatar somewhere in the 1987s and so on, preventive medicine and lifestyle will go on to get a new lease of life. Most of the people will go on to look for something that is going to be preventive. That means Ayurveda. That means most of these tropical regions, which with their local wisdom have been able to lease a completely new lease of a life to the living of the people and lifestyle as well. Lifestyle diseases will start decreasing from now onwards. There will be a new demand base for organically produced agricultural products in the country as well. This is largely because there is a growing realization among the people that it's food that is medicine. If you don't want to take food as a medicine, then you don't have to take medicine as food for yourself. Environment and sustainability based firms will go on to make a super duper profit, because ultimately we have started realizing the value of environment, the cleanliness of the environment, the peace and serenity of the environment, and how much amount of happiness it can go on to instill even without money at all. Entertainment industry will go for a complete change. That is, most of this entertainment will go into movie in a household. And in future, most of these people will start making films. They'll go to shoot films, maybe with a mobile phone, and they're going to make a complete picture and a complete movie out of it as well. This has been there, but now it will start becoming a rage. The economy, as we have talked about, will go on to become a savings-based economy in this case. And India can go on to become a leader in the global supply chain management. Why so? Because imports from China will be substituted now by made in India. That's number one. A good number of imports that we are having it right now from China, they have to be substituted anyhow right now, because there has been a moratorium in this case. Second is, most of the manufacturing that will start taking place in India right now will go on to become contract manufacturing. And contract manufacturing will become a race as more manufacturers will go on to shift their base out of China and start looking for India. Manufacturing is likely to shift to India in a major manner. And then India will start becoming $1 trillion economy, because it will go on to control the supply chain management in the whole of the globe. Indian economy will go on to become a least cost market model. Of course, not maximum revenue market model, which other countries may have been. Ingenuity will be a major brand. Simplicity will go on to become a major brand in this case. That is a simplicity of work, simplicity of execution, simplicity of conducting business, and simplicity in everything will go on to become a major brand in this case. India can go on to create a new blue ocean economy with its own brand, not a Red Sea strategy where a lot of competitors are going to be there. India has to create, and India is in a very good position to create a completely new paradigm of economic growth with Europe, with North America, and with Latin America being major markets, supply, and with a lot of forward and backward linkages as well. Now, this is where we're going to say that India will go on to become $1 trillion, that is $10 trillion economy. Now, having said all of these things, the present world will now be divided into three groups. The countries with change will survive. There are going to be a good number of them that will go on to survive, only survive. European countries will go on to survive that way. Countries with change after change will go on to grow a bit. And they are going to be those type of countries which have learnt out of it and they will start moving out of it. African countries may go on to become a part of it. And countries which will go on to grow will bring about a change, and which are the countries which are likely to bring a change, they are these countries that will go on to lead. India has the potential to bring about this change and lead the entire of the world.
Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more such updates. Like and share the video and let us know your queries in the comment section below.